Hey friends, how are you? It's your girl Meg, and in today's video we're going to be chatting about some of my favorite affordable skincare products. So many good things. So what I want to do in this video is I'm going to keep this pretty minimal. So if you are somebody looking to start an anti-aging skincare routine, but you are on a budget, you're over 30, you're over 35, you really want to care about some stuff, I've got some amazing products for you that you can grab for such an affordable price. So if that interests you, just keep on watching. But before you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and make sure to follow along on social media where I share all sorts of fun drugstore items, beauty things, all sorts of fun stuff, especially on my Instagram stories. So if you want an affordable skincare routine looking fresh, you want to spend a lot of money, let's go. Let's just do this. I think it goes without mentioning that I am not a dermatologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an esthetician. I am a 38-year-old lady who is obsessed with beauty and makeup and skincare and taking care of myself, and these are some great products that I have used and loved. So make sure that you are reading ingredient labels and you are making sure that these products are going to work for you without any sensitivities or irritations. All right, I have under 10 items to share with you. I'm really thinking in terms of a routine from start to finish, and stuff that you can use in the morning, in the evening. So I'll specify what is an evening time, nighttime, or morning, or both type of product. For me, a cleansing balm is absolutely essential. I wear a lot of makeup, and in order to get all of that makeup off, I prefer a cleansing balm. I don't think makeup wipes do very much. They're pretty irritating towards the skin. They're also like pretty wasteful, lots of just wipes that you're throwing in the trash, when you can use a balm. And there are lots of amazing high-end makeup removing balms, and I found a super affordable one that's only $10. And it's so good. It reminds me a lot of the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Balm Removing Balm, and it's called the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. It's the similar consistency if you've ever tried the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm. It's just like very like lightweight and whipped, and it melts the makeup off, turns into like this white milky consistency. Everything just like wipes right off your face and preps the skin to follow up with another cleanser, because I double cleanse. Double cleansing is super important to an amazing skincare routine, because you're making sure to get every stitch of makeup off. If you're getting all of your makeup and your sunscreens and all that off of your face, and the dirt and oil and impurities, that's really going to help you, benefit the most. So that's why you double cleanse. You start with the cleansing balm, and I use this at night to remove makeup. There's no need to use this in the morning unless like you really just want to remove your makeup in the morning for some reason. So yeah, this is so good. And it has just a very faint scent to it, nothing pungent, not too overly scented in my opinion. So if you're very, very sensitive to fragrance, I don't think this is going to bother you very much, because it's very, very lightly fragranced. But if you are allergic to fragrance, just watch out. As always, read the ingredients in every product to make sure it is something that is going to work for you. Next up is probably my favorite cleanser that I've discovered, and I have the big version of it. It is the CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. So this is good for those that have normal to dry skin. If you're very oily, you might want to just choose the foaming cleanser from CeraVe. But the reason why I like this one is it does foam up, and it feels like it does clean the face. It doesn't make my face feel dry or tight or anything like that. This is great ingredients. There's fragrance free. It's very gentle on skin, very highly recommended by dermatologists and skin care enthusiasts alike. Love the brand CeraVe, and I think they're great. This is the large version, and I have about this much left in it, and I purchased this in like February, and it is now October. It's lasted me forever. You only need one pump. So I feel like even though the large version is, I believe, $17, I feel like I've gotten so much bang out of my buck for this that it's made it so incredibly affordable. I was burning through cleansers before I found this. Again, only one pump is needed for my entire face to get squeaky clean. The next item is something that I use both day and night, and it is a hyaluronic acid serum. I use it when my face is still a little bit damp after cleansing. And what a hyaluronic acid serum does is that it really just helps hydrate the skin, lock in the moisture and any moisture that's in the air. It just really locks that into your skin. There are a couple of hyaluronic hyaluronic acid serums that I have found that are very affordable. I will link all of them below, but the ones that I have currently in my rotation are the ordinary hyaluronic acid 2% that has an added B5, which is great for hydration. And then I also really love the Advanced Clinicals hyaluronic acid serum. I have both of these, been using both of them. They're very great, have great ingredient decks, very great products. I think that a hyaluronic acid serum just makes a huge difference in the hydration, and my skin never feels dehydrated or rough and bumpy. And my skin type is very normal nowadays. I do experience a couple breakouts here and there, and I just want to focus on anti-aging and hydrating the face. And this is really something that helps me address those hydration concerns and helps me really like prevent dehydration. Okay, so I have two like treatments, if you will, anti-aging treatments I'm going to share with you. One I use in the morning and then one I use in the evening. So in the morning time, that's when I prefer to use my vitamin C serum. And this is incredible. This is the Dr. Brenner vitamin C serum. It has vitamin E and ferulic acid also in it. Is that sounding familiar to you? Let me tell you, one of the most hyped up skincare products is the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, and that is a vitamin C that also contains ferulic acid. And it is like 120 some, no, it's super expensive. It's wonderful, but it's very expensive. And you know what? This is the exact same thing for $20. Now, well, it hasn't oxidized too much. It might be time to get a new bottle of this, but vitamin C is a very unstable skincare ingredient because it can oxidize once it hits air, and it like turns like darker in color, and when it gets too dark it just doesn't, it's not active anymore and it doesn't really do much for your skin. But it is a great antioxidant that really helps with like skin cell turnover and producing collagen and like addressing fine lines and hyperpigmentation and things like that. That's what vitamin C can do for you, and that's why I like to wear it in the morning, because I use a different treatment in the evening that I'll share with you in a second. But you definitely want to make sure that it doesn't get too yellowy, too dark. So this is probably time for me to buy a new one. So you want to make sure that you're using it up. It's a great product, but like I said, you're running that risk also with the SkinCeuticals. Like if it totally oxidizes on you, it might not be as effective. Again, I'm not like a dermatologist or super skincare specialist, so you can feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm incorrect on any of this information. I've used this and I've used the SkinCeuticals one, and I haven't really noticed much of a difference. I find that they do the same thing. So if you want to try that, definitely try the Dr. Brenner. There's also one by Timeless vitamin C that's in like a little pump. I'll also link that below. Those are both amazing. They're both very similar in ingredients and in the $20 range. Okay, so you're not spending like over $150 for a serum. My evening treatment is a Tretinoin. Tretinoin is the prescription grade version of retinol, and everybody talks about how much retinol can do for you and your skin and really help with anti-aging, fine lines. It addresses so many different concerns for anti-aging. I'm of the opinion that I would rather just go ahead and get the prescription grade version, because I feel like it's going to be the most bang for your buck. It's going to give you the most results, and it's going to really work a lot of wonders on your skin and a better concentration. So for that, I use Curology. I've talked about Curology so much, and it is $20 a month. So it's definitely the highest priced item on this list. I still think this is more affordable and more effective than trying to go through like these drugstore retinols, which will run you an upward of $20. You may not even get the same results. So you can also try a free trial of this for I think only $4.95 for your first month, because that covers like the shipping. I've been sponsored by Curology a few times before, but they're not sponsoring this video at all. I honestly use this, and I've been using it for has it been a year? I think it's over a year at this point, and I'm very happy with it. And they do a custom formula, so mine has tretinoin, tranexamic acid, and niacinamide in my formula, and I apply this nightly. I don't get irritation. One thing that I was experiencing when I was doing retinoids is I would get the prescription from my dermatologist, was super expensive. It was like $50 for the prescription. and it was so irritating. I just couldn't use it. I just didn't use it because it made my skin so irritated every night. But I use a lower concentration of tretinoin, and my skin does so much better with that, and I have zero and minimal irritation with it. I just cannot say enough good things about this because I feel like it is a game-changing product that everyone who is in their 30s and up needs to be using. They also have a sister brand called Agency, which is, I guess, geared more towards mature skin. They kind of geared Curology more towards like acne prone, younger, youthful people, but these ingredients together are really great for anti-aging and helping to prevent breakouts as well. But I might try Agency. It is a little bit more expensive just to see how I like it. So that is an option if you want to check that out. It is also super affordable. So I had to mention this because it's like, do you even want to like go for something over the counter that's close to $20 for retinol, or do you want to like get the prescription? You want this, okay? Let's talk about a moisturizer, and you can use this both day and night. This has blown me away, and I've used this many times before, but I came back to it and I was like, I can remember now how much I love this. And this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream Extra Dry. They have a regular version and an extra dry version, and the reason why I'm recommending the extra dry version is because I feel like the formula is so much better, and it's also fragrance free. It has really great ingredients like glycerin, and it has panthenol, and it has a couple of polymers, and what else is in here? It has a lot of hyaluronic acid. It's a very basic moisturizer, so if you want lots of bells and whistles, this may not be your jam, but because I am using my Curology and I'm doing vitamin C and stuff, I don't feel like I need lots of bells and whistles with my moisturizer. I just want something that's going to be very moisturizing. And with this having the glycerin and the hyaluronic acid, this is really going to be good as a humectant and to keep the moisture and keep my skin hydrated. I love the texture of this. It's very like, it's just like very lightweight feeling. Even the extra dry one, I just feel like the formula is better than the regular one because it's fragrance free. Plus you get that like super hydrated yumminess to it that does not feel greasy. Like it settles into the skin and your skin feels super supple. And I'm like, do you hear it here in the microphone? No, but my skin feels amazing when I use this. And I highly recommend it. If somebody's like, I just need like a really good moisturizer from the drugstore, I always recommend this one, especially the extra dry fragrance-free one. And even if you're oily, I think you still might like this because it does not feel greasy or oily on the skin at all. It just feels hydrating and good. Like it's so good under makeup too. It's a good primer, I would think. So yeah, love this. All right, and we have one of the most important anti-aging things that you'll ever put on your skin aside from retinol, probably even more important than this. This is probably the #1 most important thing that you need in your skincare routine that you will apply in the daytime when you are done with your routine, and that is an SPF. I have been loving this. I recommend the Elta MD sunscreen all the time, but that's a $37 sunscreen. While it's not super expensive, it is on the higher end, and it might be a little bit more pricier than what you might want to spend. So I found this recently, and I'm in love with it. And this is CeraVe Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF 30, and it has a tint to it. And what I like about this is this tint is going to work on a lot of skin tones. If you're very, very Casper-y fair, like you're very fair, it might be a little orangey on you. And if you're extremely dark, it might pull a little too white cast on you. But a lot of people in the comments, like when I was reading the reviews on this, there were a lot of different skin tones said that this worked on them. And same with the like advertisement, like you would see on the product listing, it was worked pretty well on all skin tones, or a lot of different skin tones. I'm not going to say all, but a lot of different skin tones. So it does have a tint to it. And why I like the tint is because when you're using a mineral sunscreen, which I recommend a mineral, it's just, you know, it gives you really full protection. And some people prefer to do that over a chemical sunscreen. That's just what I prefer. Any protection is better than zero. But what I like about this tint is that usually when you use a mineral sunscreen is it leaves a bit of a white cast on your face sometimes. Some mineral sunscreens can do that. It can seem just like too white looking, and then having a tint in it doesn't do that at all. It just like blends seamlessly into the skin, and it's a sheer tint, so it's definitely not like you're wearing a foundation, something that definitely blends out, but it just like masks the white cast that you would get from a mineral sunscreen. You definitely can use this on very light makeup days with a little bit of concealer and be, you might be happy with that. I prefer to wear makeup over it. My makeup goes on top of this perfectly fine. I've had no issues with it. And this is formulated with titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. That's the only ingredients for the sunscreen. And then you've got a couple of other ingredients in it, including the tint with the minerals. From what I remember, just kind of doing a little bit more research on this, having the tint also gives you a little bit more sun protection as well. This has just honestly been such a great find, and it's like $13.99. So you will be so happy with it, and you get 1.7 fluid ounces, which I feel like is a generous amount for such a wonderful price. And CeraVe is honestly the GOAT right now. Like, we just like CeraVe a lot. Now, everything that I just talked about just now would be just your basic minimalist and skincare routine for morning and evening. You've got everything between your cleansers, your moisturizers, your serums, and your anti-aging actives and stuff that you want. Now, here are a couple of extras that I think are worth grabbing. They're all very affordable, like, because this is an affordable skincare video, we can't just like not talk about this. I have 3 extra items that you might want to add into your rotation if you are looking for them. And the first is my favorite facial oil of all time. This is the Ordinary 100% plant-derived Squalane. Squalane oil is very hydrating, but it's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, and it doesn't clog my pores. I don't know if it's 100% non-comedogenic, but I find that some oils tend to break me out. Like rosehip seed oil does break me out if I use it too much. Coconut oil is very comedogenic. Squalane oil, for me, in my experience, does not break me out, and it is lightweight. It does absorb much better than other oils, so I feel like it is very hydrating. And I love this one because it is super affordable, because it's from The Ordinary, and I use it all the time. I use it when I prep my skin for makeup. I use it with my gua sha. I use it at night before I go to bed. Like, it's just, I always have to have this on hand. And if you are looking for a facial oil just to kind of add in for some extra hydration in different spots, if you'll notice here that I don't even have an eye cream in this lineup, it's because I use facial oil under the eyes at night. I just feel like it works so much better to hydrate the area than buying a separate eye cream. I can just use something like this and also use my moisturizer up there. That's just where I'm at, you know? I don't really have a need for an eye cream when I've got this. And then let me show you my next item that you can also use to lock in the moisture. And you want to use this very sparingly, and I've talked about this before. Another CeraVe item, but this is the Walgreens version. This is the CeraVe Healing Ointment. It's basically like Vaseline. So you've got petroleum jelly or petrolatum, which is a skin protectant, which means it's going to lock in anything that you've put on your skin. It also has a little bit of ceramides and hyaluronic acid, which is really great for your skin as well. And how I like to use this is on spots. I don't like to slather this all over my face. What I like to use this for is if I put my facial oil under my eyes and then a little bit of this on top, I feel like the ointment locks in the facial oil and makes my skin extremely supple and hydrated for the next day. Same thing for your lips. If your lips are extremely dehydrated, I swear by this combo where I'll use my Squalane oil, my Ordinary facial oil, put it all over the lips, and then I will follow up with the healing ointment. And I feel like it does an amazing job of healing my lips overnight, because this is sealing in the moisture with this, because this is a skin protectant. It's going to lock everything in. It's called an occlusive in skincare terminology, just so you know. So these are 2 extras that are completely worth it. Again, they're both extremely affordable. All right, last item that we're gonna talk about that I like to have on hand that's very, very affordable, because again, this is an affordable skincare video, are these acne pimple patches. Can't live without these. They're just a basic hydrocolloid material that you stick on your skin on a zit, and it helps suck out the gunk and clear it overnight. These are just honestly better than any irritating acne medications that I've put on my face, or like benzoyl peroxide and stuff like that. Just for my age, maybe if I were younger, I could do that, but nowadays these I find are more effective at clearing blemishes than anything else I've ever tried without irritating the skin. So you definitely, if you've never tried a pimple patch, give these a go. These are also way more affordable than the ones that you'll find like at Target and stuff. You get 132 patches and it's under $10. worth it. And that's the only ingredients. There's no like other ingredients to it besides that hydrocolloid material. All right, so that is it for this video. I feel like I've given you a very comprehensive skincare routine for a lot less money than you would normally spend if you were, you know, not at the drugstore or on Amazon. All of these items you can find on Amazon or at your local drugstore, and I will link everything directly below that I have the best prices for and the best shipping options. So you don't even have to leave your house. You can just click all the links below and get yourself a brand new skincare routine. I hope this video was super helpful for you. Again, it is my mission to make beauty and skincare and all this stuff for you guys accessible and attainable for you. That's like my life's mission, is to make beauty attainable and easy. And I hope that this was that for you, because I feel like you can get a banging skincare routine from all of these amazing affordable products and you're not gonna spend an arm and a leg. So yeah, we're gonna stop now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any additional questions, comments, concerns, you wanna just leave me some thoughts below, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.